All right, here's Lindsay. Tell them about our precarious travel.
Google Maps.
We're not
It's dirty.
Yeah, we're not dirt bikers.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. And this is my husband, Kyle. Together, we're Alaskans anywhere. We love Alaska, but we also like to travel. And in this video, you'll find us in the Netherlands. We're biking the Pieterfietspad, an over 500-kilometer Dutch bike path from the north to the south. Last episode, we biked some of our most favorite parts of the trail, traveling from Groningen all the way to Hellendoorn, passing through the province of Drenthe. We saw Hunebedden, made some friends along the way, and ended by checking into our favorite hotel of the trip, the Landgoed de Uitkijk. This hotel was something special. Originally built as a tea house in 1929, it was a little outside the city center, surrounded by nature. On our first night, we decided to take advantage of the Michelin-star restaurant in the hotel, splurging on the 4-course chef menu. It was quite the experience, lasting about 3.5 hours. My favorite dish was the starter, salmon cured in beet juice, but the winner of the night was Kyle's fun dessert, which included a chocolate box and came with a hammer.
You gotta mean it. There. All these things are.
What's in there?
It's like little tiny treats. Bubbles in there.
Fun. We had been enjoying our breakfast buffets all along the trip so far. But like all things, the Landgoed de Uitkijk kicked it up a notch. They had a full-on espresso machine for our included coffee, and Kyle even delivered our first cup to the room. When first looking at the buffet, we were disappointed. No eggs. And then to our surprise, one of the servers asked us how we would like our eggs. They were making them on demand, and Kyle had one of the best omelets of his life. One of the highlights of this trip has been meeting people along the way. We had befriended a Dutch couple that was also cycling the Pieterfietspad, and it had been fun comparing notes on our journey so far. Hi, Ron and Ingrid. However, this is where our paths would diverge, as they were continuing on the trail, and we had planned a day off in Hellendoorn before our next segment. After breakfast, we did some sink laundry since it would have time to dry, and then we decided to check out Hellendoorn's famous adventure park.
All right. The sun is shining briefly here at the Hotel de Uitkijk. We've been having a great morning. But there's an adventure park about 4 minutes that way on bike, and we're going to go check it out. See you there.
Avonturenpark Hellendoorn was celebrating its 90th year, which is pretty impressive. There were a lot of fun attractions at a variety of thrill levels, including one of our favorites, this coaster called Balagos, with several loop-de-loops. Like most of our days so far, the weather was a mix. Lucky for us, the heaviest rainfall seemed to time out well with sitting inside for lunch.
Had an extended lunch hour because of a sudden rainstorm, but we're back at it and we're going to hit some more rides. Pretty nice little park so far, and we're going to make the most of it until it starts raining again. Status update. It is pouring out, and we are going to do one last ride. We're waiting for that red light to go green, and then we can go inside the rat maze or whatever this one is. But then there's a gauntlet where it's not covered and you gotta rush through the rain to get into the ride. Luckily, I think almost all the ride is gonna be inside. So the only thing we have to fear is then the ride home, which is going to be completely soaked because neither of us brought jackets. We may have made a critical mistake here.
Hot showers afterwards.
It's gonna be good. I think I've made a friend. He's from Indonesia. I won't stop talking to him.
The park was definitely aimed at children, so we felt like we stood out a little bit without having our own. But at one point, this boy seemed to adopt us after we had stood in line together for a ride. It was a great place for kids.
Oh my god. I think there's rats in here. All right. See you. Oh boy, it stopped raining. What do you know?
You see, this one right here, let's see two times go like on this side.
The dragon one is fun.
Yeah, the dragon one. This one is dragon one way better.
All right, we're finishing up here at Adventure Park in Hellendoorn. It's a lot of fun. It's clearly aimed at younger kids, but we had a good time. It was really fun seeing all the little kids.
I guess now that you notice it, there are a lot of kids running here.
A little
But I think it was, once you showed me that advertisement on YouTube, we could not come here.
Stamp je voeten op de grond en zwaai je armen in het rond. We vieren feest in het Avonturenpark.
It was an adventure.
It was an adventure park. It was a rainy adventure.
After enjoying the park, we took a rest and then headed out to explore Hellendoorn Center towards the evening. After exploring some sights and shops, we settled in for dinner, only to watch it start to pour. We hoped maybe it would die down before we needed to bike back to the hotel at the end of our meal. It didn't, so we decided to order dessert. After finishing and realizing that the rain was not going to abate, we decided to see what route Google Maps recommended from the restaurant back to our hotel. We were on bikes, so we chose the bike route. This was our mistake. While it was a bike route, it was more of a mountain bike route. It would have been tough regardless, but add the heavy rain that made the uphill trail into a muddy river? Well, let's just say it was not our best biking moment of the trip.
All right, here's Lindsay. Tell them about our precarious travel.
Google Maps.
We're not
It's dirty.
Yeah, we're not dirt bikers.
I think my feet are dirty.
Come on.
Take my bike.
All right, I got the bike. We just did laundry, and now I got muddy pants.
We got muddy pants.
Muddy pants,
That's okay.
and that was not the way to go. That's what we found out. So the bike path is not always the right path.
No, sometimes you want to look at the driving instructions and just go on that road.
Yeah, just going around. I thought that's what we were
Especially
doing.
in smaller towns, I guess.
I thought it was like, okay, because it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It started off like, okay, we can handle this. Okay, there's a little water. Oh, now it's uphill. We can do it. It's just around the corner. Oh, it's a torrent. Mudslide. That's the sequence of
Well, the
events.
good thing is we didn't fall, so there's that.
Yeah, we didn't fall. I managed to do the whole thing holding the umbrella, which I was impressed with.
Yeah,
So
I was
I'm
too.
actually, I think, a little less wet than Lindsay, but we're at the hotel.
It's okay. We made it to the
We
hotel.
can.
After a hot shower, a good night's sleep, and a fabulous breakfast buffet, we were ready to get back on the trail. All right, well, we're finishing off our time in Hellendoorn. This was particularly special. This place, Landgoed de Uitkijk, is a beautiful place to stay. I think it exceeded all expectations we had. It was definitely next level as far as places that we've stayed. And we lucked out because when you're looking at these things from a screen, for the computer, you don't know for sure. But we did opt to have 2 nights here to have a little bit of a rest during our trip. And I'm really glad we did.
would have regretted that. It's out of town a little, right?
Just 5-minute bike ride.
But it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So unless it's pouring down rain and there's Google telling you to go up a mudslide, it's not that far. It's very doable if you have a bike.
Mm-hmm. Or even it's like a 20-minute walk to town. So it's not that bad.
Well, that's it. That's the wrap. We're going to hit the road and we're going to head. What's our next town?
We're going to Vorden. So not Coevorden, but Vorden.
Vorden.
I think it's pretty small. We're only staying there 1 night. And we've got a little bit lighter of a bike ride today, about 50 kilometers, as opposed to like the 67, 70 something that we've done the previous 2 days.
Yeah, and should not rain today. We got sun right now. Might get a little cloudy, but I think this is going to be a good biking day. I'm excited about this one.
Me too.
All right.
We'll see you on
guys
the
there.
journey.
Yeah, see ya.
Oh, remember to like and subscribe if you haven't.
What's that? Oh, is that little button that they're going to press?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
To make sure they get notified when the next episode drops.
Oh, I do that.
That's how YouTube works. We were on our way.
As we take off in the dappled sunlight.
Until we weren't. We suddenly came upon some construction blocking our way.
Hey guys, we hit some road construction, so that's where we're supposed to be, but we're gonna be on that little trail for an unknown period of time until they converge or we just drop off the face of the earth. We're not sure.
There were two alternate paths to the left, one that went up and one that went steeply down. I was not crazy. I decided to avoid the steep one. But Kyle had different plans. The paths were both going the same direction, and we could talk to each other through our helmets. But we were having completely different experiences.
May have bit the dust a little bit, but veneer popped off, but I'm otherwise fine. But I did bit the dust coming around the corner just a little bit.
Eventually, the paths connected.
Oh boy.
And we were together again.
This is not what we signed up for. Newsflash. We have found the trail. We found it. It took some doing though. Oh my gosh. Smooth sailing from here on out, everybody. Vorden, here he come. Yeah. Woohoo!
In reality, the whole diversion only took about 20 minutes. Back on the trail, we settled in nicely and enjoyed the ride.
More hands. I feel like I can't get enough of this dappled sunlight. It's just so good.
When we got to Holten, it seemed like a good spot for lunch. After a quick diversion to get an orange shirt to support the Netherlands in the World Cup, we found a restaurant with some nice outdoor seating. But this is when Bouwenradar was our friend. We got an alert that rain was approaching and jumped inside to snag one of the last available indoor tables. And then the floodgates opened. But by the time we were done with lunch, it was clear.
Well, it's almost like that rain shower never happened. But we started outside. Of course, the midday rain shower came timed out real well because we just had a wonderful breakfast, didn't get a drop of water on us, and the sun is back out. Let's keep going.
All right, well, we avoided the rain here in Holten, which is really nice.
Yeah,
we're about to get on the trail.
Thanks for sheltering us from the storm. Yeah. We're going that way. Going that way. Hey guys, I'm back on the road and I've been thinking. And you know what that means? It's time for Kyle's Trail Thoughts.
Mile after mile, mile after mile, what's on your mind, Kyle? Let's connect some dots, let's all hear some more of Kyle's Trail Thoughts.
And today I want to talk to you about the Dutch electrical grid. I tell you what, if you haven't seen it, it's the same as all over Europe, but it uses these giant plugs. They're the size of your fist, right? They have two prongs on them and you put them into the wall and they remind me of Duplo blocks. You remember those Legos that parents buy their kids before their hands are big enough to do real Legos? That's what it feels like. Like I got this toy in my hand when I'm plugging it in and what they don't tell you is it's 230 volts. That's high voltage. So you're taking this toy and risking your life every time you want to plug something in over here in the Netherlands. But there is a flip side. I've been over several times, and there are certain things I like about it. I'll admit they're kind of floppy paddle rocker switches for lights are kind of nice. They do mount them upside down for some reason. Somebody should tell them about that. But I do like those. In the middle of the night, they're kind of easy to kind of whack the wall and get the light on. And the pins in their plugs, they don't have two different kinds, so you don't wonder which one is up and which one's left. I do like a few things about it. I think it is kind of winning me over. In fact, I will admit that it is shockingly easy to use.
Trail thoughts. Let's share your thoughts.
We made it, everybody.
To Vorden.
Did you doubt us? I don't think you did. You knew we were going to make it, right?
And didn't get rained on.
I didn't get a single drop of rain. How do we do that?
Luck.
Pure luck. Pure luck is how we did that. Awesome.
Let's get to the hotel.
Okay.
We only had one night in Vorden. We got checked in, and before heading to our room, got our bikes safely put away.
It's really nice when these ones have a plug right in the...
Locked thing.
Yeah, so you have the security and...
You don't have to take your battery out of the thing.
Yeah, you don't have to lug your battery up to your room. That's actually very
I was only at 55%, so I didn't even use half of the battery today.
Ooh, I think I was in the 20-30%, but I had it on turbo.
After getting settled in our room, we took off on foot to explore Vorden and some of the sights it had to offer.
Hey, look at that. We're not very far from our hotel, and there's
visit a castle.
a castle. It's just kind of next door neighbors to a castle.
We're in the town of 8 castles, so we're going to go see one of them. While Castle Vorden allows visitors inside, our schedule didn't allow us to visit during opening hours. But just walking around the exterior of the castle was beautiful. At nearly 9 centuries old, it has been maintained well over the years. There is another building nearby with a restaurant, and the gardens are beautiful. We took our time to walk around the peaceful grounds, and then walked a little bit more around Vorden itself.
Hey, we found a windmill. It's pretty.
Rare, aren't they?
I don't know. I haven't seen any other windmills here at all.
After a nice meal, we wandered out for some gelato and a walk around some other parts of town. It was a short but sweet visit. Another great breakfast buffet set us up for our biking day ahead to Zeddam. We know we were slow to pick up on it, but we had been seeing some signs along the trail that would say Rustpunt with a logo that was the same each time we saw it. We kept meaning to look it up, but it wasn't until this leg of our trip that we actually did. Big mistake. It turns out that these are rest stops that are hosted by different landowners along the trails. They operate on an honor system. The selection may vary, but often you can grab a coffee or a snack. Some even have a bathroom to use. Our very first Rustpunt was a very nice one, right next to a windmill still operating as a flour mill. We got a snack, had a nice visit with another couple walking the Pieterfietspad, and got back on the trail refreshed. Our ride from Vorden to Zeddam was one of our shortest, at just about 45 kilometers, just under 30 miles. But this day was special. We found a bench to mark the occasion. We've made it halfway through our entire trip. I mean, we're biking 11 days, so this is day 5.5, midway through our 5th day of biking, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it has felt very full, but at the same time, it's flown by. You know, before coming on this trip, part of the reason we wanted to even create this video is because when we were preparing to come on the trip, we didn't see a lot about the Pieterfietspad. And so I was curious, well, what does it look like? What are the paths like? And the answer is, everything above. Like you have some very muddy paths sometimes. Sometimes you're on a road with cars. Nothing like freeway like, but definitely sharing the road with vehicles sometimes. The good thing is they're used to watching out for bikers, so I feel fairly confident riding with that, thankfully. But yeah, and then sometimes you're passing through farmland, sometimes through forests. I feel like every single type of path we've come across. So if someone had that question, I feel like that's really kind of the answer. Is it's all sorts of different things.
Yeah, the one constant for me is it is beautiful everywhere we go. There's so much pride and ownership in all these little farmhouses.
Yeah, everywhere, everyone's taking care of their property. It's beautiful everywhere.
Yeah, it's stunning. It is an amazing country to be in, and we're really lucky to be able to do this.
Absolutely.
So halfway. We got halfway to go.
Yeah. Netherlands traffic. That's the best. That's it, cool. They just like take care. Of course, he's still fine. With no rain on this day, we rolled into Zeddam and got checked into our hotel. While we had only been biking for 2 days in a row, we planned a rest day for a special reason. It was our wedding anniversary. Aww. With Zeddam being pretty small, we decided to spend our anniversary off the trail.
Hey, is that a windmill? Did you find a windmill again? Wow. 2 windmills.
We hopped on a train to visit Nijmegen, a city we had wanted to visit for a while. It was a Saturday, so the city center was bustling with a market, and also the first day of their summer fun fair, with a lot of children's activities and carnival rides.
We have actually found a hill. That's like a downward trajectory in the Netherlands. It goes up that way and down that way. Where am I? What's going on? Did we leave the Netherlands? Are we in a different country now?
Nijmegen is the oldest city in the Netherlands, and we also visited what is believed to be the oldest surviving stone structure, St. Nicholas Chapel. We enjoyed the sights, did some shopping, and then we headed back to Zeddam for our special evening plans. To celebrate our wedding anniversary, we made reservations at Het Montferland. Built up on a hill, Het Montferland had a beautiful view of the surrounding area and made for a steep ride on our bikes to get there. But it was worth it for the wonderful evening we had. We selected the 4-course surprise menu and left it in the chef's very capable hands to decide what to make. What a fun night! The food was delicious. Our entree was one of the best steaks we've ever had. We had a much easier ride down the hill back to our hotel. We even stopped by a little free library we had seen the day before for Kyle to deposit the book he had finished.
I read a nice little book. Let's pass it forward.
Hopefully somebody got to enjoy it.
Pay it forward.
Yay!
They can all read English, right?
Not all of them, but some. Tune in next time when we leave the Netherlands.
We're in Germany.
Just for a bit. I get to tap into some cow herding skills I didn't know I have. And of course, hear Kyle's latest trail thoughts.
And these tiny little shopping carts they look kind of cute when you see them.
Be sure to like and subscribe to follow along on our journey, and we'll see you soon.
Let's go! Let's go, Chad! Let's go!